I'm Mark Feathers. I'm a product marketing manager for Epicor. What does that actually mean? It means I spend my time working with our customers, talking to their customers about their challenges, what they see going on in their industries and how we can help them. So I guess a little bit to set the scene. So what are we seeing in the manufacturing industry at the moment? Well, manufacturers, generally are facing a huge number of challenges, whether that's shortages of components, whether that's keeping up with the pace of innovation, the new technologies that are bombarding them, whether you're being hit by cyber attacks or business problems around continuity, shortage of skilled workers. We keep hearing from all of our customers around the difficulty of recruiting people to fill the vacancies that they have. And pretty much every manufacturer is seeing their costs increase, whether that's the cost of their parts, their components, their energy. Despite these challenges, many manufacturing companies are growing, but can they grow profitably? That's the biggest challenge. How can they meet the constant demand fluctuations from their customers and from the industries they supply? Now, you may say to me, well, most of these challenges are nothing new. Manufacturers have been complaining about costs since time began. So the moral of the story is some things don't change, but what are we seeing change? And what has changed for many of our customers is the pace and velocity of the changes they're seeing in their industries. If you look at the changes from the Industrial Revolution, I come from the Midlands, so the heartland of where industry began. If you look at the changes from the Industrial Revolution to mass production, that took the best part of 250 years. In the last 50 years alone, we've seen the introduction of digital systems, automation and robotics in Industry 3. Industry 4 brought us connected systems, the Internet of Things, and smart factories with lights-out operation. And recently, in the latest Industry 5, or the age of AI as people are now calling it, we've seen companies leverage big data, utilizing AI in people-centric ways to connect and empower their workers, leverage augmented reality and collaborative robots for even greater productivity and efficiency. What we're also seeing is that the frequency of disruption is also increasing. So, what we were once called once-in-a-lifetime events or black swan events are almost now once-a-month events, whether that's conflict in Europe and the Middle East, whether that's global shortages of raw materials or semiconductors, the imposition of tariffs and the ensuing trade wars, which I guess is a little bit topical at the moment, hurricanes and typhoons creating weather-related issues for manufacturing companies. Manufacturers now need to be more flexible than ever before, and they need their systems to support this enhanced agility. But don't take my word for it. Gartner recently said that when manufacturing organizations are able to plan at the speed of disruption, they are 198% more likely to achieve outcomes that position them for long-term success. And I guess it depends whether you believe Gartner or not. And this is where Epicor comes in. So we are an ERP supplier. We have over 50 years of experience supplying systems to manufacturing companies around the world, addressing our core system industries across fabricated metal, industrial machinery, plastics and rubber, electronics and high-tech and automotive and specialist vehicles. We have over 23,000 customers around the world. Over 2 million people log on to an Epicor system every day to manufacture most of the products that we take for granted. And we have presence in over 130 countries. Our made by manufacturers for manufacturers mantra is much more than a tagline. We tend to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our manufacturing customers. So as I mentioned, originally we were very much an ERP supplier, focused really what was going on within the four walls of a manufacturing plant. As time has gone on, our solutions and our focus has grown to include additional capabilities that move beyond what was considered traditional ERP. So, we now have a number of solutions such as connected process control, which is a powerful web-based solution that enables process control, operator guidance, traceability and data collection down to the task level. Again, it's a capability that just didn't exist 15, 20 years ago. This is one of the solutions that as a company grows and you hire new talent or diversify your business, you need these interactive digital work instructions on the shop floor. We've seen customers see an 80% reduction in onboarding time of new workers and a 30 to 40% efficiency improvement in their shop floor. Again, not bad for a manufacturing operation, and most of our customers are pretty happy when they see returns like that. We've also seen a huge amount of change in a number of our customers around configuration. So there hasn't been a huge amount of flexibility in configured products. So customers want your product, but they want it in a different size with a different power output and in a different color. So we have our configure price quote CPQ product that enables our customers to design and build products to improve not only the sales process from their own part, but also the experience from their customers as they put their order in. You can either do that from your sales rep's laptop or handheld device or via your own website. So again, we've seen customers both big and small actually jump on this ability to enhance your customers' buying experience. So from folks who manufacture industrial machinery, we have folks who manufacture big yellow construction machines who use our CPQ product to configure their machines. So again, we've seen customers with 5-day quote times down to 5 minutes, and most of our customers now see 100% order accuracy. I guess no discussion these days would be complete without the mention of AI. Mr. Peston was talking about it earlier in the keynote. And again, AI has really turned the ERP industry on its head, and in a few months has radically changed what the expectation of an ERP solution and its capabilities should deliver to its end users. We, like most of our competition, have taken that on board, and Epicor Prism is our network of AI agents that now form part of our core ERP system. They can easily retrieve data, carry out tasks, provide answers to users while automating the mundane, horrible tasks that users really don't want to do. Our customer-focused and collaborative approach to AI takes state-of-the-art Gen AI to solve industry problems at depth and scale. We've worked with our customers to actually solve issues that they brought to us, and we're seeing AI used across a whole range of industries, from Formula One through to defense, through to metal fabrication and the automotive industry. So we are revolutionizing ERP through a unique combination of industry-focused ERP, fit-for-purpose data, and AI that keeps the user at the center of their work. I'm happy to take questions if anybody's got a question or wants to throw stuff at me or vehemently disagrees with anything I've said. There you go. I've stunned you into silence. Or my lovely accent has, one or the other. Well, if anything I've spoken about has intrigued you or piqued your curiosity, do come and see us at Stand 23. There are a few of us there, so we can have a chat about all things ERP and all things manufacturing. Cheers. Thank you.